Today we are going to talk about virtual functions. These are virtual functions. First, we need to know about what is virtual function. What are virtual functions is when we have a base class and a derived class. In base class, if we have one function called show, and in derived class also, if we have the same function show, and from the main, if we try to invoke that function, irrespective of the object, it will call the base function itself. If we are not making it as virtual, so we need to make it as virtual. Let us see the example. See, this is a base class, and we have derived class. Okay. In base class, if we have a function called virtual void show, and in derived class we have a same function virtual show. If we create the object of class derived, and if we try to invoke d dot show, what happens? D dot show. If I invoke, the base class function will not be invoked. Derived class function is invoked. How this is possible? Okay, when we create a class inside which if we have a virtual function, then virtual table will be created for that function. Virtual table, what it contains? Inside virtual table, the virtual method name and the static address of that function will be stored, which will be pointed by virtual pointer. Each class which has a virtual function will have a virtual pointer. If we have n number of virtual functions, for all the n number of functions, there will be an entry in virtual table with their starting address. Again, coming to derived class, again we are having a show function. Since we are deriving it from the base class, here also we are having virtual table. If we are overwriting this show function, then only the starting address of the function will be changed. If we don't have this virtual void show in derived class, what happens? This show function contains the starting address of as 200 itself. If we are overwriting, then it will be 400. 400 is the starting address of show function which is inside derived class. So whenever we are invoking with object D, okay, object D is an object of derived class, D dot show, first through virtual pointer it will check virtual table, take the starting address of that function, invoke the function. Okay, if we are not having that, what happens? Then it will be same, right? Then what is pure virtual function? When we equate the function to 0, virtual functions to 0, then it is pure virtual functions. What is pure virtual function? It is like only the abstract part of the function without internal details. We have the same signature in n number of functions and they may be varied. That time what we have to do? We have to make that function as pure virtual function, right? If we try to create the object of derived class, it will tell you cannot create until and unless you rewrite this show function in derived class. It is not able to create the object of derived class, that is abstract base class.